Hey everybody, welcome back. These are some entitled brides and grooms and their delulu demands. Am I the a-hole for talking my family out of giving my future sister-in-law our traditional wedding gift and risk being uninvited? All right. You may be seated. My family is Asian, while my future sister-in-law is white. I don't have a problem with interracial relationships, as we have several members of our extended family who married other races. In fact, I'm currently in a serious relationship with a woman who is also white. My girlfriend is wonderful and loves trying new things that my culture has to offer. Some things she loves, other things she likes, and she downright hates some things. The main point is that she tries them, whether it's music, food, or traditions. My future sister-in-law is the complete opposite. She rarely comes to family dinner because she doesn't like the smell of our food. She doesn't join in our celebrations because it's so different. For example, the Lunar New Year. For example, the Lunar New Year is a huge celebration for us, and she calls it fake New Year, and we just made it up to party. You know, there's like different cultures with like different calendars, right? This bride has just discovered culture. She and my brother are having their wedding soon, and surprise, she didn't want any of our culture in it. It got to the point that my parents almost refused to go. We had to have a huge sit down to smooth things over, and I was actually on my brother's side, even though I was also annoyed by sister-in-law. I told my parents it's their wedding and we should stay out of the planning. The trouble started when my girlfriend and I took my parents out for my mom's birthday. My girlfriend commented on my mom's necklace, to which my mom answered that she already picked out the style for my girlfriend's jewelry set when we get married. In our tradition, the family of the groom gifts their new daughter-in-law a necklace, earrings, and another piece of jewelry during the morning event on the wedding day. The set usually costs $40,000 to $50,000 in my family tradition. That's a lot of money for a necklace and some earrings, but like also really nice that they want to involve you in their traditions. My girlfriend was honored, then asked if my mom picked out one for sister-in-law since their wedding was coming out. My mom said no, and she was gonna meet with the jeweler soon to see what they have to offer. I spoke up and asked why they're going through with this one tradition when sister-in-law forbade all of our other traditions.
I like money.
I said I wasn't chipping in and suggested gifting her a toaster. Oh no, the toaster, eh? The toaster! Why do I know this is not gonna go well? Why do I know what's coming? I do know what's coming. Last night, my brother-in-law calls me screaming with sister-in-law yelling in the background. Apparently, our parents told them we're not keeping the one tradition that will cost us $40,000 to $50,000. Well, that's fair because she doesn't really seem to appreciate any other traditions. Does she only appreciate the ones worth lots of money?
Yes.
He called me an a-hole and told me that unless I and my parents follow through on the jewelry gift, we are uninvited.
Oh, it is on.
I see how it is. Am I the a-hole for following sister-in-law's lead, keeping in our traditions out of the wedding? No, that's what she wanted. It's a tradition.
When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
Around and find out. I don't mind. Like, I really don't. Like, it's one thing to be kind of upset about it, but it's another thing to threaten to uninvite you from the wedding because she's not getting a present. Or the present that she specifically wanted. She was probably gonna sell it anyway, like realistically. I'm curious though, what would she actually have worn it? Or would she just have like kept it and sold it? You're not the a-hole for now, but let's get some more context. Even though future sister-in-law is annoying and disrespectful, I don't get racist vibes from her. Trust me, I would love it if she was because that would give me more things to hold against her, but she's not. Part of our tradition is that the groom's immediate family all chip in for the jewelry set. Since all of our other siblings are either in school or just starting their careers, I'm the only one who can financially chip in. I was gonna cover half the cost while my parents covered the other half, which is why I thought I had a say in what we get them. I don't know, this is a tough one. This is okay. On the one hand, it is her wedding, and if she doesn't want to make it a cultural wedding, that is her choice. But it's like, it's also the little digs at your culture and then like only wanting things and then only wanting something having to do with your culture that involves giving expensive gifts. Why wasn't she this passionate about other things that don't involve jewelry? My girlfriend called my future sister-in-law gorgeous the first time they met. She has a couple of degrees. That is why my brother's with her. My brother doesn't stand up for himself much, and to be honest, other night when he screamed at me was the first time in our lives that he did. It shocked me. We didn't want their wedding to completely be drenched in our tradition as much as we wanted some of our tradition mixed in. We didn't care as much for the food as we did about the part where they go from one table to another so that the guests at each table can toast the newlywed. We understand that our traditional morning and lunch ceremonies in addition to the church and reception could be much, so we just asked for a short 1-hour morning ceremony with the traditional pomp, such as the groom's family bringing a parade of gifts, but they refused and insisted on just the church and reception. She calls it a fake New Year. We made up just to party. Like, you say that she's not racist, but like, kind of a rude thing to say. Like, it really is. Hasn't Lunar New Year been around like a lot longer than our New Year?
Ironic.
Like the traditional, like, New Year's Eve celebration, hasn't that been around for much less time than the Lunar New Year? History of the Chinese New Year festival can be traced back to more than 4,000 years ago. I rest my case. Dude, she screams gold digging. Totally nasty comments. She must be insanely attractive to cover up her disgusting personality. Not the a-hole. Talk with your parents and tell them to stand their ground even more, as it's proving she's just using the family. I mean, why are you only accepting of traditions when it benefits you?
Money!
This is the thing about mixed couples. The lovely world, we're marrying people from different cultures and backgrounds. In order to really respect that person and learn everything about them, you do have to try things. You don't have to like everything. But like, I don't know, a wedding is a big deal and different cultures have different traditions for weddings. You should be excited to learn about that. If you don't want to marry someone Chinese, then don't marry someone Chinese. I mean, why else would a racist marry into a culture she has zero respect for? Also, I have to admit, I was thinking, sheesh, how good is she in those activities that his brother is okay with a blatant racism and disrespect to their culture?
Oh, she's good. She's very good.
Honestly, call off the wedding. This is weird. I received this handwritten letter from the maid of honor. Month and day 2014 is coming. Bride name and groom name are getting married and look forward to celebrating the very special day with family and friends. The bride and groom are humbly asking for monetary gifts of $200 to... God bless you, maid of honor name. Look at this little note down here. 2 days after I sent the bride and groom, an ex-employee who was stealing from my retail store a decline response to their backyard wedding. The maid of honor wrote a handwritten note to you requesting that you give a very large amount of money to the bride who has stolen from you.
Are you insane?
Well, if the shoe fits. I find it weird that she invited you in the first place. Did you catch her stealing? Like, was this like out in the open? Like, how did you know? Like, you knew? I find it weird that she invited you, honestly. But it sounds like she was just trying to get more money out of you. You're the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for asking my sister whether I could have my wedding at her house even though she's bought me my wedding dress? I, 25 female, was supposed to get married in late April. Due to COVID, we decided to postpone. We've been postponing and finally our venue's opening up, but they said we can only bring 20 guests.
What?
We originally had a guest list of over 100 people, but due to the pandemic, a lot of them backed out and said they'd attend over Zoom. We're down to 60 people now. My sister was one of those people. She was 2 months pregnant at the time, now she's 7 months along or almost, and said that she'd attend over Zoom. I know she felt very bad, so she bought me my wedding dress as my wedding gift and apology present. For a while now, brother-in-law have been in the process of buying a new house. They finally moved in a month and a half ago. Their house is gorgeous. It has a pool and tennis court. I know that she can get her pool covered, and removing the nets from the tennis court would open up a world of possibilities and give us so much space to work with. Your sister told you that she's pregnant and can't attend your wedding, and your solution is to go and have the wedding at her house? What's she supposed to do? Where's she supposed to go?
Surprise!
She was unhappy when I brought it up. Yeah, because that's delulu. That's a delulu request. Apparently she didn't want people coming in and out, setting up the place, then giving up a spare bedroom or two to me and my bridesmaids and having makeup artists come in the house. Okay, so she's literally told you how uncomfortable she is to the point where she can't attend your wedding because she's pregnant and doesn't want to put her child at risk. And your solution is to now go into her house with a bunch of people she doesn't know and have the wedding there?
What, are you stupid?
Why did you even ask this? This is bizarre. I don't get the big deal. She can still stay inside and watch the ceremony over Zoom, or even better, her balcony. Okay, so what happens like in the days after the wedding? Are you gonna pay someone to come and clean everything from top to bottom? This is the only way I can get all 60 of my guests to attend without cutting down more. I highly doubt that that's the only way, okay? I don't get why she doesn't want to compromise. She doesn't have to attend in person if she doesn't want to, but it's her house. She said she's already bought me my wedding dress, but I'm willing to pay her back for it in monthly payments if it means she'll let me have her wedding at her place. Okay, this is a lot. You're asking a lot. Did she say no? Good. Another thing you can do, other people are saying, is you could have waited until after COVID if you wanted everybody to attend. What's the rush? Why are you in such a rush, babe? You're the a-hole. American Idol singer famous for his rendition of She Bangs. Oh God, this guy wants you to pay for his wedding. Stop. William Hung, I haven't heard your name in so long. Hey everyone, I have some exciting news to share. I'm getting married. Well, congratulations, William.
You dumb bastard.
That's right, the lovable American Idol contestant who captured your hearts with unforgettable performances is trying to not with my sweetheart. I mean, that's one way to put it, yeah. As I prepare to start this exciting new chapter, I could use your support. That's why I'm encouraging you to make a donation to my wedding registry. By doing so, you'll not only be helping to make my special day even more memorable, but also showing love and support for my lifelong mission to help more people make their dreams come true. It is your dream to help other people, but you want other people to help you, so you help other people.
I honestly didn't get any of that.
Your contribution can help cover everything from the wedding venue to the cake and everything in between. Whether you're able to give a little or a lot, every dollar counts and will be greatly appreciated. So what are you waiting for? A lot. I'm waiting for a lot of things. I'm waiting for a better reason to give this person a lot of money. I'm waiting for a better excuse as to why you're rushing a marriage when you clearly can't afford it. You're the a-hole. In search of a baker that would be honored to assist a military couple with their cake or cupcakes next summer. Groom is active duty U.S. Army officer and will be away another year until they get married. Bride is still in Oregon working on her bachelor's degree. Couple is paying for their own wedding off of his income and finding that something is going to have to give as far as the expense of the big day. If any baker's willing to help, please PM us. We are not looking for a $600 cake as they can't afford it. Is anyone willing to do it for them for a nice discount or even donation depending? Guest list will be 200. Well, there's your first problem. 200 people. You want to feed 200 people. I love how we're including the part where the groom is in active duty. Like, I sympathize, I do, but like, bride is in Oregon working on her bachelor's degree. Okay, I mean, I went to school, I got a bachelor's degree, I had a job as well, just saying. What is the craziest request that you have gotten from a delulu bride or groom? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget, subscribe!